we all came to this project because the characters attracted us, and there was humor. And there was a case, but the case wasn't what the show's about. And it's still that way. This show is about character, and it's about humor. And it's not about the case. People tune in because they're interested in the characters. The most frightening was Kate, when Kate left, character-wise, only because we'd worked very hard for 2 years, and the show was starting to work in America, and she was not happy as a person. Nothing to do with Kate, different, but the character was written out of the show to be replaced by another character, and you never know, in those situations, you never know who you're going to get. Very fortunate that we got Cody DePablo. So that was a terrific change for the show and the progress of the show. But you know, Sasha was there in the beginning. You know, so from the start, there's still 4 people who were in the show in the beginning: Michael, myself, David McCallum, Paulie Perrette. So that 4, you know, stood up at Carnegie Hall in New York and introduced the show, and they're still there 8 years later. So. You know, there's so many, and in the definition of this character, they're all of equal importance. Every role means something. For him to have written it down and put it away is something that he guides his life on. They're all of equal importance. Everyone means the same to him. It'll be interesting because in year 7, you start year 7 in September here, I think. The rules are a big part of that entire 7-season year, and by the end of the 7th season, that question you just asked me now will have a different definition. You know, I think he means it, you know, and I think he means it possibly because he's made the mistake before himself. I think it's wonderful that Ziva and Tony together, that people want them to get together. I think it's also important that the show never really gets them together. Yeah, the allure is better than seeing it. I don't know what the writers are going to do, and I'm surprised by them all the time. So anything could happen, but for right now, their relationship is so valuable to the show, and it helps the show. He came in and he read against other actors, and he earned the role, and he did a nice job, and he had the great fortune to, for the first time working in this business, to work with this crew and this cast who he's kind of grown up with. I mean, he was a young kid when we started this show, so that was very nice for him, and he enjoyed it. He did a good job. Whether he'll be back in future episodes, I don't know.
And your wife?
I don't know. They'd have to ask her. That's her decision. You know, it's not a family affair. You know, it's if someone had in mind her as an actress to play a certain role, then they'd have to ask her, and she'd have to make that opinion. You know, I don't know. This year, in year 7, that boat will come out of the basement, and it'll actually get on water, and that's all I'll tell you about it. How it gets out, I won't tell you that either. You have to see it, but it does get out of the basement. I think for Gibbs as a character, he's built many boats. This is one of many, and for him, it's about the building of the boat. It's not about putting them on the water and getting them to sail. In fact, previous boats, he's finished them and burned them. He has said because they remind him of ex-wives, that's why he's done that. But this year, the boat comes out of the basement and actually sails. Most of that was actually done on a green screen. So our post-production part of the show hugely capable, and it's a little scary because as actors, you would actually like to go to Paris to shoot it. Our crew would too, actually. And the green screen capabilities are getting so good that we normally don't leave Santa Clarita, California when we shoot the show. I've had opportunities every year to direct this show, and every year I say no, because I believe it's not the best of what we do on this show. I'm in a lot of this show. I'm in pretty much every scene, and it would take. We have 5 or 6 directors on the show who come back and do great work and have done 20, 25 episodes, and I think this show works the best when we all do our job, the job we're hired to do. And it doesn't mean I don't want to direct. Michael, for example, Weatherly, he wants to direct, and this would be a good place for him to try that because everybody will help him, you know. But for me, unless I'm really sure that the show that I'm going to direct is light for me, so I have time to really be a director versus an actor, I probably won't do that. Audiences will meet DiNozzo's father in year 7. You'll meet Gibbs's mother-in-law in year 7. DiNozzo's father is played by Robert Wagner. Gibbs's mother-in-law is played by Jenna Rollins. These are hugely wonderful actors who want to do this show. Audience will see Ralph Waite again, which is Gibbs's father. So there's a lot to look forward to, and by the end of season 7, there are many things that will be up in the air and potentially changeable, not only in the life of Gibbs, but also in how it will affect various cast members. It's a big year and a big arc year, and one that people should look forward to.